Hello. Alright, so it is July 15th, 2023. It's been 3 days now since I came back home from my trip. Still a bit jet lagged, but I think I'm good up until 4 p.m. and then I just get so tired. My eyes immediately shut and there can be a bunch of noise around me, but I'm just passed out asleep till about 3 a.m. and then I'm awake and alert. So anyway, I kept trying to record on my phone, but I think because I took so many photos and videos that there's no storage on my phone. So I'm trying to organize myself a bit, but I also feel like my head is just filled with different thoughts and I need it all to just come shooting out because it really, really wants to do that. So we're gonna get into it. Okay, let me just, start with what I was doing about 30 minutes ago when all these thoughts kept shooting out. So my parents would like to go to Rome and Athens, and so they've been talking about it for years. We just never went. We don't really do family trips. Sometimes we'll do Cancun or a local beach, but that's pretty much it. And my parents are getting older, so I feel well, this is the year to go ahead and do these things. And so yeah, I was just looking at flights and then different Airbnbs that would probably work out for us. At the same time, I was playing a bunch of YouTube videos and I noticed that most of the people that I follow are also solo travelers or content creators of some sort, making short documentaries and whatnot. And I watch that stuff and I get so inspired. I'm just man, they're living the life, I really admire their work. And then I just recently, yesterday I think, found this lady. I'm not sure how old she is, but she's Dutch, she's female, and she's riding all throughout Africa on a motorbike. And so she's been documenting this the last couple weeks or months, I would say. And I just find it so inspiring. What? I don't know, just the things that people come up with and decide to post online, I think is super cool. And I hope to at least be on that level at some capacity. And even if I'm not, I'm okay with that. I just really enjoy watching just all these different YouTubers that I found the last few years. It's just a very inspiring place, YouTube. Well, if you're on the right side, who knows? But I the recommended channels that I get, and yeah, it's just very, very cool. But anyway, I was thinking about all this and so I did apply for 2 jobs. Well, I applied for a lot of jobs, but I got 2 interviews, and that all happened the past week or 10 days or so. And so both are kind of corporate jobs. One's in DC, which I've been living here forever, so I'm ready to not live here and change things up. The other job is in Bangkok, and it's working with other surrounding Asian region countries on environmental projects, which is cool. I definitely in the past wanted to work more directly with stakeholders on the ground and see real issues with my eyes instead of just sitting at a desk in Washington reading throughout the project documents about the different issues, but seeing it in person and knowing fully what's going on is a much different story than what you can collect from project documents or interviews that you have with the project team leads over there. So yeah, so this second interview that I had, I mean, I think it went well, but like I've had so many interviews that I thought went well that like I didn't get it, that I don't even know anymore. But I think if it's meant to happen, it will. So like I think I have a good chance. Who knows? And then, you know, at the same time, I still want to do like my own online business of some capacity. And I kind of played around with like online therapy or something to do with like travel and just like building a community of some sort. I feel like this is just a world issue that just does not, it's not there, and I just see it everywhere, that like everyone is so focused on self, and like I honestly think it's like capitalism forces everyone to be or think like in an individualistic mindset, whereas like other countries tend to have more of a community mindset. But you know, I can see like both sides of the equation. Like I personally like having my own individual freedom, but at the same time I feel like I'm really like, it's just too off balance. Like I'm missing community and just like finding like-minded people and just like coming together more frequently. This has just like been just a common thing that's been in my head for the past 5, 6, 7 years now. So like I can see myself do something with this, because I feel like I can talk to anyone about anything, anywhere. And I knew that before my solo trip, but I think with my solo trip that like sealed the deal, that like, yeah, you know, sometimes people don't do well in like uncomfortable situations, and like even for me, I'm pretty like shy and reserved, even though like I'm talking on camera and have my own YouTube channel. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but when I do things that are kind of out of my comfort zone, I realize that like it might take me a few times, but eventually like I end up loving it and like really excelling with it and like taking it to like the next level. So like, you know, with this solo trip, I didn't really think it was like that big of a deal until like maybe the day before I was flying out, and I was just like, oh my god, like panicking, like what if I don't meet anybody, what if like this whole trip is just like a waste of time, like did I make the right decision, like quitting my job, you know, is this like really smart thing to do, just like any kind of fear all like kept creeped up. And like luckily I had a friend or a few friends that like talk some sense into me and, you know, calm me down, which I'm really happy and grateful for, because like when I look back on it, I'm like, holy shit, like the whole time during the trip I was just out of my comfort zone in like 4 different countries by myself. I didn't know anybody. I mean, Japan I knew somebody, but yeah, I like, it gave me the confidence to know like you can just fling me anywhere in the world and I can just figure it out, which like I know because like I feel like I'm smart, but like it just like solidified it that like, no, I really got this. Like I really do my research and I observe and I ask questions, and like I can make friends if I want to, and if I don't want to, I don't have to. So this is all just like really good observations that I've had that just make me kind of feel unstoppable. Like, so if I want to do something, I just need to like put one foot in front of the other and like just do it. So I feel like I'm kind of getting off balance here. Anyway, let me backtrack a bit. So with that lady who's doing the motorbike tour throughout Africa, and like seeing all these other content creators, and me even making my own videos throughout my trip and documenting it, it like really like fired up something inside of me. And I just feel like, you know what, I really want just like the most fulfilling life that I can get. Like, I could play it safe, I could get a desk job again in DC and do the whole thing, but I don't think that's what's gonna make me happy at the end of the day. What makes me happy is going abroad, like talking to people, connecting with others, building a community. Like, throughout my solo travel, I met up with like, I don't know, 15, 20 different other like solo travelers, male or female, and just like, man, we all like want the same thing, and we're all like kind of on the same page. So it's really like exciting, and I was happy to be a part of. And I met really, really great people, and I plan to like stay connected with them. But yeah, it just like, I think this trip kind of pushed me away from that idea of like, okay, let's not play it safe anymore. We know safe. Safe is this apartment, which I love, and it's comfortable, and it's all the furniture that I picked in here is like stuff that I really loved. And it's all like mine. Every penny in this freaking apartment, I put money down on it. And I'm happy and proud of myself for doing that. And yeah, it's comfortable, it's safe, but I don't know if it makes me happy. I mean, I love having a space of my own, and I love having this comfy couch and this huge TV, but I just feel like I'm craving more, and it's just, I need to kind of keep seeing what's out there for me, so like I can still feel this like internal push to just keep traveling and keep exploring, and you know, other things. Like, I was looking at surf camps, which like, I'm not trying to be a surfer at this age, but like when I did do one surfing lesson in Hawaii, like it just solidified that like, you know, if you really try like and keep persisting and like keep getting back on the board, even though like you're unbalanced or whatever, like you will eventually be okay and like surf the wave and like not die. So so yeah, I think like that's definitely something that keeps also getting echoed to me, and just this huge push to just like really go for it. Like, really, if you want to do an online business, do it. Like if you want to do a surfing school for a few weeks, do it. And a tiny part of me does feel like this is crazy because I haven't even checked my like credit card stuff for this last trip, but like I think if I were to just like get another regular job and just like do this whole thing, I would just be so upset and miserable. Even if it's like a brand new staff, new boss, new assignment, I just know that like I need a huge shift, and I definitely feel like getting out of this city is one of them. At least like, I don't know if it's like fully, but I know like a majority of my time needs to be abroad somewhere else. I need to be around like-minded people. Like, I don't know, I really liked Bali, that it was just like a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of remote workers, a lot of like content creators, and that did come with like some kind of influencer type people, which like fine, you need influencers, but like yeah, I was a bit like apprehensive that it'll just be like, I don't know, a pool of them, and then I don't know, just not good. But yeah, who knew? And like in Bali, like it's developing very quickly, and there's a lot of things that I've seen like around here that have been implemented there, but there's like a lot that's like also missing that I can totally see doing very well in Bali, or like in like surrounding islands of Bali too, or outside of Bali. So I think the gist of this video is my solo trip has, I don't know, lit up some like match inside my body where I just need to keep creating, need to keep like traveling, need to just like throw myself in uncomfortable situations that I'm not usually in, and just like fully go 100 miles per hour into different avenues. And I think that will kind of help me out of this, like, I will say, like, this deep hole that I feel like I'm in now that I'm back in my, like, city or whatever. I just felt so sad, like, just going to the same grocery store to get the same things to, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I do well with just like routine. So anyway, this is, I guess, the start of seeing what the hell is next, pretty much. And if you're still listening, thank you. I cannot tell how long this video has been because the screen went blank, but it's still blinking, so it's still recording. Anyway, has anyone ever been in this situation? Yeah, I feel like the internal nudge to just like go completely in a different unknown direction is just so huge that I cannot ignore it. It's just like internally just like, let's go, like we're wasting time, we need to get the hell out of here, let's go for like the big things, you know, don't be scared, like you got this, it's been proven to you, you've got this, like you're gonna be fine. So maybe it's my higher self, I mean it probably is my higher self saying like, there's so many like options for you, don't play small, go for it, go big. Anyway, I'm sure I will post a lot more soon. Thanks again.